The cast of American Horror Story Freak Show is revealing secrets to us today. But first, the fallout continues for Dolce Gabbana as a Hollywood boycott gains traction. Ryan Murphy says he is throwing Dolce & Gabbana's clothes in the trash. The Glee and American Horror Story creator was one of the first to join Elton John in slamming the designers via social media after comments they made about non-traditional families. Now he's going further. In a new interview, Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana sparked a controversy when they told an Italian magazine that they oppose gay adoption and that children born via IVF were synthetic. Murphy tells The Hollywood Reporter that not only will he not buy Dolce & Gabbana clothing, he won't use it in any of his productions either. Murphy, who has 2 children with his husband, is encouraging others in Hollywood to follow suit. He says this is, quote, not just a gay issue, going on to speak of women who use IVF to conceive. The push to boycott D&G is still gaining steam on social media. Canadian fashion icon Jeannie Becker is weighing in.
I'm not really sure how it's going to affect their business as a whole, but it just doesn't sit well with me. And as someone who's been an ardent supporter of the brand for so long, I sort of, think, really?
Meanwhile, Gabbana has fired back at John for kickstarting the backlash, saying, quote, I wasn't expecting it from someone like Elton John. He's ignorant in the sense that he denies ways of seeing things that may not be his but are just as deserving of respect.
Many more high-profile celebrity types came out and, really wagged their fingers. Maybe he would have to, really make more of a public apology.
How does the cast of American Horror Story feel about Lady Gaga joining the show? They tell our Brad Smith, who caught up with them in LA, to hear all about being part of that freak show.
Everybody just goes whole hog because we get to do the most extreme things. There's never a moment where you kind of go, would anybody really do this? Because that's just not part of the world.
We get play characters that we normally wouldn't, and there's so much room to expand your character, so it really gets you stretch your muscles as an actor.
What's it like to see the script, see where your character's going?
That's probably the scariest part of working on the show is not knowing what you're going to do and then reading it and finding out that some of that stuff you got to do.
The levels of horror are so varied. It's really hard to make horror actually terrifying, but you guys do it on a consistent basis. What's your secret?
Writers with really creepy imagination.
The scariest thing is watching a person that you're I could actually maybe be that guy. There's some weird part of me that actually could do that. That's what I was trying to always tap into, is what's the actual human reality of this.
I do think that if you really are honest with yourself, everybody has a dark side, and so letting that fly is a very exciting part of being a human being and an actor.
We all have a little bit of a switch.
Everyone's got one.
What's yours?
I'm not telling you.
A hotel's coming out, everyone's excited.
Yeah.
What's it going to be like to add somebody like Lady Gaga, whose aesthetic perfectly fits the show?
I think there's nobody more suited for the show than Lady Gaga. It's a perfect match.
I think she's a very talented woman, and I think she's going to bring a lot to the show.
She's a very theatrical person, and her her image, I think, is very much in line with Ryan Murphy's kind of sensibilities.
Everyone's challenged. Everyone has to step up their game, and I'm sure she'll bring us to our new level, and we'll challenge her a little bit.
I know you're back for Hotel.
All I can say is this about my part on season 5.
Well, here's what we do know about season 5. American Horror Story favorite Jessica Lange is checking out of the hotel. But it will have some new guests besides Lady Gaga. Matt Bomer and Cheyenne Jackson are both joining the cast as regulars. It'll be filmed in LA and premieres this fall on FX. Coming up tomorrow on Entertainment City, Brad catches up with the cast of Modern Family. All right, we want to hear your predictions for Lady Gaga's role in American Horror Story Hotel. Just tweet us at NCity.